Guys, my name is Lamini and you're welcome. Welcome guys to my channel. Welcome to another sit down episode. I'm gonna start uploading these episodes on Friday. So every Friday will be like a work topic related type of video. So that's what we're planning to do. We're gonna be more structured. So I'm sure that you guys are gonna appreciate that. So today's video, I wanted to talk about how to prepare for your next interview, and this is solely based on my experience and some of the lessons and experiences that I've had during my interviews. So I hope that you guys enjoy and get something out of this episode. So the first thing I would say is that you need to know your process, especially if your field is highly procedural. So part of the interview is to assess whether you know the work or you know the process if it's procedural. It's to understand whether you know the methodologies and the technical or theoretical application of the job. So not every field is very procedural. That you follow a process from A to Z, or this is how you draft this document, or this is how you do this. Some careers are very much creative and depends on your interpretation. But I'd make an example with change management. With change management, we do have methodologies or theories that we apply that helps us structure our work. But in terms of how you implement is quite creative, and the word is customizable to the type of project that you're working on. So one of the main principles of change management is that you can't apply a one rule for every single implementation, because organizations are different, people are different, so people respond to different things. So you need to be creative and flexible in your approach. But there is a process that helps you structure your work. So those are the type of things that I would say that you need to be aware of and know and understand based on your particular field that you're in. The second point that I would say is that it's really important for you guys to research the company, and researching the company, in my opinion, should not be for the purposes of you being able to answer what are our values or those type of questions. I don't see the relevance of the type of those questions, but they do help when a question like, why would you want to work for this company? Why did you apply to this company? That's the type of material that you would use to then validate your reason for why you want to be in the company. And then you list the values of different initiatives that the company is involved in. So do the research, understand what the company does. At the core, just understand the company's objective. Why are they in the market? What problem is that company trying to solve? And basically you can use that as a motivation, like I said, for why you want to be part of the company. Another part I would say is to remember to stay calm. An interview is a two-way conversation. So it's not an interrogation. It's never meant to be an interrogation, because when you are at an interview, you are looking for the work. And as much as you're the one who applied for the job and you're the one who's seen as being most eager in both parties, the organization is also looking for an excellent candidate who will be able to be a good fit for the team. So stay calm, be natural, be yourself. If you're a talkative person, be talkative, but don't overpower the conversation. Do understand that it's a give and take. If you are more on the reserved side, try to speak out more, but don't do anything that's going to make you uncomfortable. Don't do anything that's going to sell an unrealistic image of yourself, because they are trying to assess whether you will be a good fit for this organization. So try to be natural, try to stay calm, ask the questions if you have any questions, and yeah, just believe in yourself. So following that point, I would definitely say that when the floor is open for you to ask questions, please do take the opportunity to ask questions. You can ask questions about the culture, about things that are important to you. I know that a lot of people are starting to work from home and have a hybrid approach. ask that from your employer or the prospective employer, whether they are open or they follow a hybrid approach, because there's a lot of benefits towards that. If there's other benefits, I know parents get certain benefits from certain companies, so those type of questions you can ask. How the leadership style or the leadership is structured in the organization, what type of initiatives the organization is involved in. So do take the opportunity to ask questions, get the clarity that you need, because like I did say, as much as you are looking for, as much as they are looking for a candidate, you're also trying to figure out whether this is an organization that you want to work for. And unfortunately, we find out that an organization is not a good fit for you, or the culture is just not gelling with you as an individual, only when we get to start working. So yes, those things can be covered in the interview, or people will not mention the negative sides, but do take the opportunity to ask the questions. Don't be silent when they ask you what questions do you have. Just try and think of something that you can ask. It shows your interest, it shows your eagerness, it shows that you are actually thinking about working here, and it wasn't a mistake that you ended up in the interview, or the list or number of people that are being interviewed. So my last point that I would say, guys, is that when you do get a call from HR saying that on this day you've invited for an interview, please ask the interview personnel for the job spec. I do know that if you're actively applying for jobs, there are a lot of applications that you send out, so you're not really sure which one you're being responded to be honest, actually. So do ask the HR personnel for the job spec, study the job spec, and it'll help you answer some questions and also align what you know to what they want, because when you can go to an interview and generalize, but if you have the job spec, it can kind of narrow down the things that you're supposed to know for that particular job, especially if they have certain certificates or certain certifications that they are looking for, and if you have it, you can kind of highlight those more, because you know it's what was highlighted in the job spec. So don't forget to ask for the job spec. Alright guys, those are my few tips on how to prepare for your next interview. I really do hope that it will be able to help. Do let me know if there's other topics that you'd like for me to touch on with regards to the work life. And yeah guys, good luck for anyone who has an interview coming up, and happy preparing for those who still have jobs coming forth.